It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at the Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento. Tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings taking on the Boston Celtics. Opening tip belongs to the Kings, and they'll have it first to start the fourth as well. We're underway in Sacramento. Barnes to Whiteside. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Hassan Whiteside. Walker into the front court. He'll run the offense. Reset here. Let's see what they do. To Kemba Walker. 4-3. His first effort off the mark. Into the front court. It's Fox. Looking to make something happen. Fine to shoot. Has a chance. The offense, a little too quick on that one. Walker. Screen coming. Trying to cash in. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Fox across the timeline. Down just a couple. Barnes to Fox. Here comes the screen. Jason Tatum tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Harrison Barnes rejects it. From the painted area, won't go down. Bagley to Fox. Goes to the left side. Barnes. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Brown into the front court. 2-point advantage. Walker to Cantor. Shot from in close, no good. It's Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Hassan Whiteside. Missed his first. That one goes.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen coming. Boston with 4 to shoot to Jaylen Brown. 24-second violation. Time to shuffle things up.
Into the game for the Celtics, number 36, Marcus Smart.
De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. Count the basket inside.
It's not a travel, Ed. You're allowed 2 steps after you pick up the ball. Now, these steps may be more east and west instead of north and south, but this is the new game that these young kids are playing.
Jay, they're so athletic. I would imagine it varies from official to official.
Or it varies from great player to great player.
Sacramento ball to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox, deep left corner. Probing the defense. Buddy Hield to Fox. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. Brown with it up top. Down 2 to Marcus Smart. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Shot by Tatum won't go. De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Fox into the front court. Leads a bucket. To Whiteside. Defense making the ball carrier work. Has a chance. Tatum grabs the rebound. To Jaylen Brown. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Bagley. Screen coming. De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Five on the shot clock for Sacramento. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Driving right to the basket. He cruises in for two. Too easy.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Boston with the basketball. To Cantor. Shot from the lane won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Here comes the screen. Buddy Hield to Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside. 2 of 4 now.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Gets it in the left corner. To Marcus Smart. Scores from the post.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who can differentiate themselves.
De'Aaron Fox. To Jaylen Brown. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Fox with it. 10-all is our score. To Bagley. Short jumper misses. To Marcus Smart. From long range, it's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Jaylen Brown with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. You can count that one a 4-point play.
Get it, shoot it again.
The NBA Season 8 2021 games and highlights coming up next.
Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Gets it in the right corner. To Jaylen Brown. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I'm the first to say I like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you gotta be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
Jaylen Brown has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it.
For the Kings, number 8, Bogdanovic.
NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Toronto Raptors 1-0-1-1, Memphis Grizzlies 8-1-1.
To Parker. Screen coming. And he finishes at the rim.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
To Jaylen Brown. Not that time, and not his shot.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Philadelphia 76ers 165, Brooklyn Nets 128.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Jaylen Brown. To Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Costa Kufos pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Parker. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Jabari Parker. Substitution being made in this one.
For the Boston Celtics, number 31, Tristan Thompson.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Jaylen Brown.
1 minute left in the first quarter.
Boston with 4 to shoot. Shot by Brown off the mark. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Parker. 5 on the shot clock for Sacramento. Has a chance. Farrell can't connect.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Here comes the screen. Thompson. Layup goes down. Well done. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter with the Celtics in front. Jay, one quarter down. Both sides
NBA
getting a
Season
feel
8
for where this game
2021
is going.
matchups
Yeah,
coming
both
up
teams
next.
have came out,
Indiana
they played
Pacers
with great
129,
energy, and they've also
Milwaukee
done an
Bucks
excellent
128.
job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Kemba Walker, couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Kings have the basketball. Surveys the floor. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Parker.
Big pick right there.
Jabari Parker. He's 2 for 2 now.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's the Kings now at the ball. To Parker. Sizing up the defense. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Leads 4. To Marcus Smart. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Well, got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Celtics, number 0, Jason Tatum. Subbing in for Sacramento, number 35.
Kings with the ball. To Harrison Barnes. Parker. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Marcus Smart. Cruises inside for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
To Parker. Won't go. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Walker. To Marcus Smart.
NBA Season 8
Thompson.
2021 matchups coming up next. Denver Nuggets 128, Los Angeles
Down to
Lakers
5 on the
166.
24. Good. Off a spin.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Barnes. Parker. Deep right corner. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Walker with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. Nothing going here on that drive. No good and no foul.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Walker. They'll get it down to Thompson. Tristan Thompson with the slam.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
To Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
That's dangerous. A little hezzy cross and knockdown. Lots of options going to open up as the game unfolds.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the Boston Celtics, number 4.
Walker to Cantor. Tatum. Oh, that's how it's done.
I don't know how he saw his man out in a cut like that, but that was nice.
Fox across the timeline. They trail by 7 to Hield. Here comes the screen. Buddy Hield to Parker. Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Takes stock of the floor. To Walker. And the slam.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Kemba Walker. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Walker. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
De'Aaron Fox to Hield. And Boston has the rebound. Across the timeline, it's Walker. His team up by 7. No, I missed a short one there. Buddy Hield to Parker. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Boston with the basketball. To Cantor. Shot from the lane won't go.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Turns and slams it down.
And I know I'm not supposed to be biased. I'm not supposed to be rooting for guys, but I'm riding with Jabari. Get your work.
Timeout Boston as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Into the game for the Boston Celtics, number 7,
Walker. Tatum. He engulfed him that time. Fox into the front court. They're down 3. To Barnes. Nothing going here on that drive. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Tatum grabs the board. Walker into the front court. Leads 3. The pass stolen by Sacramento. He's looking for that touch. To Jaylen Brown. Walker. That won't go. Fox with it. Down 3.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Rebound hauled in by the Celtics. Into the front court, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. To Walker. For 3. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First try at the line, no good. Second and 3 is good.
The game for the Sacramento Kings, number 20.
Whoops, that won't go. Into the front court, it's Fox. Trailing by 4. Buddy Hield to Fox. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Fox across the timeline. Down 6. Buddy Hield to Whiteside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Hassan Whiteside at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. Can't convert the free throw. Celtics have it. Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's 3 for 7.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Shot by Fox, no good. First half in the books. The Celtics have the lead.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Celtics are in a close game thus far. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Boston Celtics. The Kings have kept it close after one half. And while they may be down, it's not for a lack of effort. They deserve some respect for how well they've generated scoring with their offensive rebounding. Have a look at the leading scores for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
Tatum has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
Tatum did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Celtics have themselves a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Kings aren't down by much after 2 quarters, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets for the... Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Walker with the basketball. Up by 6. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jaylen Brown. Walker. Has a chance. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt, and that's what kind of stand they're making on the defensive end.
De'Aaron Fox at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 72%. First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys lead here, early stages, 3rd quarter. The pass taken away by the Kings. To Harrison Barnes. Defense making the ball handler work. Cleans it up. Ball's controlled by Boston. Tough make through traffic.
And here's a next-level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
To Hield. It's Boston with the rebound. Walker into the front court. Up 6. Nothing going here on that drive. Spinning shot. Won't fall. Bagley to Barnes. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Kemba Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. With that, he's 5 for 9.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Hield. To Fox. 5 on the shot clock for Sacramento. Trying to cash in. Shot by Barnes off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Fox into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To Harrison Barnes. Screen coming. Barnes to Whiteside. Ennis Cantor snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And the finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. Harrison Barnes. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Shot by Tatum won't fall. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Fox with it. The deficit now up to 12. Has a look. Just not going down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Boston with 4 to shoot to Cantor. And his Cantor above the rim.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Into the front court, it's Fox. 14-point deficit. Buddy Hield. They work it down to Barnes. Harrison Barnes. 4 out of 10.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Nice pass to get things going.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. De'Aaron Fox gets a look. Can't hit. Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys leading by 14. Runner's good there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Here comes the screen. That's what you come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
To Barnes.
I said.
Bagley to Fox.
Screen right.
Buddy Hield to Whiteside. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Celtics have it. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores. Strong take.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Buddy Hield trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throw up and good, and the lead's back down to 13. Boston with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper stays out. Fox across the timeline. The deficit now up to 13. Won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Fox into the front court. Down by 15. Screen coming. Buddy Hield to Parker. Lets it fly from long range. Did enough to bother Jabari Parker. Shot off the mark. Walker with the basketball. The lead is 15. Harry Giles swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Jabari Parker rocking the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Cantor. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
De'Aaron Fox. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His team on top by 13.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
He buries it, creating space with the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Parker, and watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Celtics have it. Probing the defense. Surveys the floor. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
De'Aaron Fox to Hield.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Gets to the basket and scores.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You're always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Celtics, number 36, Marcus Smart. Stepping in for Sacramento, number 3.
scores. Unguardable, Jay.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Parker. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
15-footer at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Celtics way out in front. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And not a whole lot you could do in this situation other than give it your best shot.
And players don't like to hear this, Ed, but the reality of the matter is this is a character-building opportunity. Yes, you may lose this game, but that does not mean that you do not fight each and every possession.
Lays it up and in.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Walker. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. And finishes strong.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Parker. Barnes. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Here comes the screen. Walker. Boston with 4 to shoot. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Harrison Barnes. Off the mark. Walker into the front court. His guys up by 15. To Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Here comes the screen. Fires the 3. That no good. Off the mark. Parker into the front court. Trailing by 15. And counted at the rim.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Costa Koufos with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Into the front court, it's Walker. The lead is 11. Here comes the screen. Walker. The pass set it all up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Shot from the lane won't go. Walker with the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
The Kings will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Jason Tatum with a piece.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Barnes driving, but a shot.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. The pass stolen by Sacramento.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Knocks it down off the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Costa Kufos. Huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Marcus Smart. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Bagley. From the painted area, won't go down. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
To Marcus Smart. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Bagley there for the board. Drives, but a shot won't go down.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
To Marcus Smart. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Now a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Fox to the basket, but a shot stays out. The follow won't go either.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Taking advantage of the turnover.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Marcus Smart. To Jaylen Brown. 5 seconds to shoot. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Oh my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Screen coming. Tristan Thompson with the slam. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Nothing going here on that drive. Buddy Hield. Not that time. Oh, and a putback.
He usually pays his bills doing things around the perimeter. Nice work right there around the rim.
Celtics have it. Thompson. The drive, right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Jaylen Brown. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Fox with it. Down by 15. Barnes to Whiteside. Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by Tristan Thompson. Changes coming from both sides right now. Buddy Hield. Has a look. Parker can't connect. Across the timeline, it's Walker. The lead is 15. Oh, nice find for the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Boston with the basketball to Cantor. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Walker into the front court. His team on top by 13. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Parker to Fox. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. Harrison Barnes powers it through.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Round shot, no good. Buddy Hield to Harrison Barnes. Oh, he had it. Celtics have it. Boston with 4 to shoot. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics got the win in a nail-biter. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Kings lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Sacramento Kings.
Game traffic. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Kemba Walker gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.